Alright, it is the end of April, and we checked on our bees about 2 weeks ago, and they had a bunch of supersedure cells we believed that they were trying to swarm, so we got rid of about 20 of those cells. And today I'm going to do another checkup on it. Let's pop this open and see what we got going on. So 2 weeks ago, we also put on this new top box here. These frames haven't been pulled out. Hope you guys can see here, but a lot of these bees are kind of facing up. I believe that's because they're starting to do their own new set of comb here. So you can kind of see here at the edge of this where you can see some of that lighter yellow wax. They're starting to pull out this comb, both sides of it. That's great. Typically they seem to start out with the middle of the frame or the box and work their way out. We have some issues with them not filling out the outside frames at all. Some people say that if you've got too much plastic on there, they don't like it. So here we go. We got quite a lot of new bees up here making some comb. So here you can see they've drawn this out quite a bit. No eggs or anything like on it, which is what we would expect. About this middle frame here. This middle frame looks to have some honey on it, or at least some nectar that's going to be converted to honey. Oh yeah, this is pretty heavy. Probably about 3 or 4 pounds, something like that. Check out all that honey. Apologize for all those cars and stuff going around, but this is the time I got to do it. So you can see here how deep the comb is. It came out past, so they drew this out a little bit too far, but that's going to be okay. When we harvest this, that's just extra wax and stuff, and I'm looking forward to having some beeswax, so that'll be extra wax that we can have. And you can see how how white that wax is. So it's brand new wax. The bees love brand new wax. Let's pull this top box off here. Check out the next box. It's a little bit hard to balance those boxes sometimes. Got to make sure they don't fall over. Got a dead bee here. I'm gonna get rid of those. Didn't smash these or anything today. May have trapped them somehow by accident last time. This is also another honey super here. Let's start with this edge over here. I'm sure they got quite a bit of this drawn out. So all of this honey super up here is for us. So they typically will keep a few frames in the bottom full of honey, and we'll just leave those at the end of the year like we did last year. And the two deep supers, sorry, having a hard time getting this thing out. It's a bit stuck. Come on. Tricked them a little bit there. So okay, we got some capped nectar here, which is going to be converted to honey later. These girls are doing great. I'm going to put this on this little hanger on the side. We really like this hanger. If you're new to beekeeping, I would almost say that's not quite a requirement, but it makes it a lot easier if you're doing anything by yourself. You can see how deep they pulled out this comb. Bit chaotic like that, but that's just the way the bees are. You can see a lot of these new bees, they've got a bit more fuzz around their eyes. They're just new girls. They're going around checking out all this honey. We did have some eggs and stuff in this box here, so we're gonna want to make sure, you know, let me pull this one out and hang it. Usually 2 or 3 hanging on the side makes it easier to go through this box. Yeah, so we got capped brood, looks like here, and a couple of drones as well on the bottom middle here. Got a couple drone cells right here in the middle. Oh yeah, we got a lot of drones here. Look at these drones right here in the middle. They got the bigger eyes compared to the girls. A lot of those. That's okay. Honey and some pollen. Yeah, got a lot of drones in here. That's good. It's okay. We wouldn't want that many drones because it's just wasted resources. But then again, that means that they're doing well and they're willing to invest in future generations. So that's good. I mean, this hive is doing really well, which we already knew. I had to get into this before my wife could get home. She's at work right now, but there's some weather coming in. We want to get this done. Yeah, there's a lot of drones. Wow. This is the most drones I've ever seen. Got to make sure that we've got regular old eggs as well. Just, I mean, it's possible that with so many drones that we don't have a queen, but I really doubt it. I think they'd be a bit more angry if they didn't have a queen, but we'll see here. Keep going through this, checking out this top box. That is a lot of drones. Almost wish I could pick these drones out. They don't need that many. This is like half drones here. Kind of blow using my cheeks, but without using my breath. The breath kind of makes them angry, so I'm just kind of blowing on it. Got more drone cells there. Hopefully we open up the next box and see lots of capped or new eggs and things like that. I saw some capped workers. Man, this is a lot of drones. Holy cow. All right, this is a lot of honey that's up here. That's great. That's all honey that we can have. We've invested a lot of money into these bees. Definitely in the hole still. This is our 3rd year. Lots of new bees here. Brand new bees. I think it takes 2 or 3 weeks for the bees to be born. So all of these brand new worker bees means the queen was alive at least a couple weeks ago. All right, I'm gonna, almost smushed one of the bees here. We try to be gentle with them, not smash them too much. I think that helps quite a bit. Sometimes I've got to push the bottom of the frame in before the top. Just it seems to catch on the bottom, either with burr comb or something like that on the bottom. Got a lot of dumb drones stuck in here. Either they died. Yeah, it looks like they died and they were unable to remove them, so I'm gonna shake all this off just gently. There we go. Cleaned off all the dead drones. We'll just start right here in the middle. That's where the queen likes to be. This frame over here is pretty empty. That's just the way they are. I've got a hard time getting these frames apart sometimes to start. Oops, sorry girl. Just gonna stick this guy in here so this side doesn't fall back down. I'm gonna pull up the other side as well. There we go. We had a frame removal tool, but it ended up busting. Either it was too low quality, I'm not sure, but wasn't really happy with that. Trying to gently remove this, which is difficult when it's glued in place. Oh yeah, got a ton of brood here. Look at all of that. Tons of brood, capped. So I can tell these are brood instead of drones because they don't have a really peaked large cap on the top of it. On the bottom right here looks like there's some drone. Hopefully you can see some of those. Those are bigger caps. A little bit of honey, a little bit of worker brood, but I don't see any eggs. Let's try another frame. Really all I want to do is I want to see some eggs, make sure we've got our queen, and kind of look for some diseases or something like that. And that's really all I want to do every week. As long as they got a queen and they're not too diseased, you don't really have to do much. One of my coworkers asked me, well, this is a pretty light frame here, how much time I spend on these hives a week, and maybe an hour or two, maybe. It's pretty light work for a at-home beekeeper. Getting started is a little bit different because you're kind of learning, and I've still got lots to learn, but I'm much more comfortable this 3rd year than I was the 1st year. Let me pull up my flashlight, see if I've got eggs. Looks like all of this is empty. It's got some capped brood, but most of the eggs, or most of the cells are empty, so that's not good. Keep looking for that queen. She might just be in a different box. There's a lot of room for her to cover, so she very well may not be here. This looks like mostly bee bread, pollen, that is. Yeah, sometimes you can try to look for the queen, but it's too difficult. So you're just looking for evidence of the queen. I'm not really seeing much evidence of the queen other than that huge frame of capped brood. This is also a ton of capped brood. Oh, have got a capped cell right here. This is the frame 9, the second box. That could mean they're trying to swarm, or they don't have a queen. And I'm not seeing evidence of a queen, so I may need to get my wife's opinion when she gets home. We may have lost our queen somehow, which happened to us our first year. Our queen just died. We're not even sure how. Could have had the same thing happen again. Well, this feels like honey. Yeah, this is just bee bread and honey. Wow, that's heavy. All right, I'm gonna pull up the next box. Okay. All right, let's start with kind of this middle frame here like we did last time. That's gonna let us know the queen kind of likes to hang out in the middle. I can work my way another direction. Oh, they're getting a little angry. I'm gonna smoke them a bit. Got some of my arm here exposed. I'm gonna fix that. Been stung plenty of times by these bees, but I'd like to avoid it if I can. It's not a pleasant experience. Okay, this one feels pretty light. Again, frame that should have a lot of eggs in it. I'm not seeing any eggs. Got them buzzing around, trying to get in. They're not liking this wind. Tons of new bees, but just no eggs. Capped like crazy. They've at least got that one capped queen egg or queen larva. I think we might have a problem here. Out of the way, girls. This is the last frame I'm going to check. They're getting a little grumpy. Again, no eggs. Let's go check one more frame. That one was a little bit promising with that little larva there. Maybe that's something. All right, I didn't see any eggs, so thinking we got a major issue here. I don't think we got a queen. I'm gonna have my wife come home and double check me, but she's usually got a little bit better eye than I do sometimes. She's good at spotting queen cells, things like that. We'll put this bottom guy back together, put the boxes back on. Could be that the queen swarmed somehow with just so few that she took just a little bit with them, and so now they don't have a queen. That could be what's going on. All right, they're pretty grumpy. Let me put it back together. Hard to do by yourself, especially when you're trying really hard not to smash any bees. So this honey super here has got a lot filled up. We may be able to just harvest that here in a couple weeks. We'll see. All right, sorry for that camera angle. That last little bit, just trying to get this back together. I'm gonna wait, talk to my wife, see what she thinks. We've got that queen cell on frame 9 in the second box. That may be what we need to get a new queen. She might get mated or something like that. There's a ton of drones in here. I'm not sure if mating with the drones in here is an issue, but at least we got something.
Okay.
Should we just start right in the middle? What do you want to do? Right here?
I don't know.
Okay, we're just gonna go right here.
You told me you checked all this. What am I checking for?
I want you to double check there are no eggs. That's what you're doing.
Okay.
You're just double checking my.
Oh.
Yep, they're a little bit grumpy. Let's give them a little bit of smoke.
I really don't want to get stung.
I know. Oh, this one is the one with the queen cell on it.
Okay.
So we can check that one next. Okay, try not to roll them. So look, yeah. You see how many queen or capped cells there are? But there are no eggs. So those are worker cells, right?
Brood.
Yeah, but no eggs.
Okay. Yeah, those are all worker.
So we could just check it again in a week.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Yep. Yep.
They're not happy.
No, they're not. Because of the storm. Give them a bit more smoke. Let's keep going. Got to get this done.
I'm sorry, you know, I haven't been stung yet, so.
It's not that bad.
What if I'm allergic?
Johnny here has never been stung by a bee. She's been stung by a wasp, but never a bee.
I hate wasps.
Ooh, I just smashed one.
You've been squishing quite a few, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I am a bit of a
giant. I get that you're
giant.
trying to work really fast. I understand that.
I thought this was. It might be number 8 or something. There it is.
I'm just really worried about messing with
there
it.
It is.
Oh, that one? The capped one? Okay. No, I see it. I see it. It looks
yeah, I want to get a good shot of it. Yeah, let's get this right up in the camera. That's our queen cell here. I want you to hold this. I'm gonna shine a light through it, okay?
And in the middle, what I was reading was the middle is usually a emergency cell.
Yeah.
So
okay, bring it over here. She might not be formed yet, you know.
But capped, she should be coming out within a week or 2.
Yeah, so we should check back in a week, and if we don't have, we can double check that. We know where it is now.
Yeah. I mean, they've got something there, so if they're really in emergency mode, we've got something.
Yeah.
Worst thing that happens is they swarm and we lose half the hive instead of losing all the hive.
Yep. So, what Shawnee just said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait this out. We're gonna check in a week or so, see if we've got this queen hatched, and if they decide to swarm from that, so be it. This is nearly ready to harvest. You want to see this real quick?
Really? Yeah, I want to see it. I mean, unless you think it's irritating them too much.
Nah, I think we've already bugged them quite a bit today. Yeah. Hold on, it's not forward enough.
Oh, it's not capped.
No, it's not. Okay, so we might need to wait a little bit longer then.
Oh man, that drone.
Hey, no, you see all the drones? Let's start to look. You see all those drones?
This is
There's like 40.
lot of drones.
Yeah, it is.
Why do we have so many?
I don't know.
I mean, what I've read is a healthy hive has lots of drones.
Yeah, but we've got those capped blue, so we know the queen's been here at least a little while. Okay, so I was inside editing my video that I've been filming today with these bees, and I realized that the top box has no room to lay, and we put a queen excluder on. So we may have inadvertently, a couple weeks ago when we put this on, we put this queen excluder on. With this, we may have trapped her up here, the queen. So I'm gonna pull these top boxes off. I'm gonna set them on my woodworking bench right here. The bees aren't gonna be happy. But hopefully the queen is just stuck up in the top box. All right, so that's that queen excluder removed. Got a lot of bees here. I'm gonna tap them down onto the entrance here. Hopefully they manage to get in. A lot of them probably newbies, might not know how to make it in, so might lose a couple dozen bees for that. But all right, with that queen excluder removed, I'm betting that's what happened. I'm betting we botched it. We assumed she wasn't in these, but I bet you she was. Hopefully she can make her way down. We'll check back in a week or a few days. Hopefully we see some eggs down here, and if we do, that's totally our fault. Hopefully that happens. In a week, we can get rid of that queen cell if it turns out that they don't need a new queen. When we removed all those queen cells 2 weeks ago, it could be, I believe that they were trying to swarm. I don't think it was related to the queen up here because we put the queen excluder on about 2 weeks ago. So, all right guys, this has been a bit of a difference, a bit of a change all of a sudden. I was editing that video and suddenly realized what a possibility. So hopefully this is it. Hopefully the queen managed to get out of here. Thanks for watching.